Live stream, got it.
Oh,
All
shit,
right.
I snapped that. Was I supposed to not?
No, you got it. Oh,
Oh, I
okay.
gotta press got it, right? If I see it, I press it. All right.
Yeah.
I pressed it. All right.
Let me do a quick intro. Ladies and gentlemen, hi. Jackie Fabulous, my podcast, Relatable with Jackie Fabulous, is back. I'm going to keep doing it, I promise you. And today, the episode is called The Gay One. Why? Because they're just happy and gleeful. No, they're gay as hell. And my guests are Zach Zimmerman, a fellow comic and a co-worker at the Comedy Cellar that I met a few months ago, who I love. He's a tall, beautiful, ivory glass of water. Who happens to be gay?
You can say pale.
You're not pale. It's Ivory. It's Nicole Kidman. You call Nicole Kidman pale? No. You call her Ivory. She's like porcelain. You're porcelain colored. I thought white folks compliment each other when they talk about their white skin. You're like porcelain, like fine china.
You look fragile.
You're like you might break. And our other guest, our other gay as hell guest, Miss Punkie Johnson, comedian extraordinaire, and she got a full-time job. She works at a small show. I hope gets picked up called Saturday Night Live. She's struggling up and coming. And our producer extraordinaire, Lee Waddell. She's and you guys, I've been doing it for everyone. If you need anything, editing, anything technical, anything social media, your website, whatever, Lee is extraordinary. She's very good. So I'm trying to give her all the work in the world so she don't work for nobody else but me in comics.
I'm a they now.
You're a what?
A they. Now I'm a they now.
You're a they now.
Yeah.
Congratulations. How long you been?
No, I'm not.
Oh my God.
You didn't react the way I wanted to. I like to put people on the spot because it's funny.
I thought it was beautiful. You wanted me to get angry?
No, I think it's beautiful, but I get because all my gays, I'm starting to be scared of my own people.
Well, why?
I'll just go ahead and call you a she or a he, and they be like, no, I'm a they now. And I'd be like, oh.
You know what I haven't done? What I do when I meet somebody new from the community. I always say, how do you, what's your pronoun? I ask now. When they're new, I have not made the effort to ask the friends that I've already known if they have changed. And that's what we should all do. Ask the ones you already got. Yeah, hey, what's up with you now? You changing it? You know?
Well, it's a fine line because some people look at you like, don't play with me. And then I just want the people when I just call you he or she and you don't like that, just don't get mad. Just politely just be like, no, it's they. Some people be like, oh, you don't respect me. I'm like, I just didn't know. Now, if you told me and I still do it, that might be disrespectful, but be easy on your girl, man.
Yeah. I think the thing is
You're giving off they, Punkie. I'm not going to lie. I'm getting they. So maybe this is hiding some truth. There might be something there.
I feel like Punkie is its own entity in and of itself. You're your own species.
There you go.
I think Punkie should be in its own category. It ain't they, it ain't she, it's Punkie.
Yeah.
When did you decide to be non-binary? Is it non-binary or binary?
No. I was really just joking. I honestly, if you want to be honest with you, I really don't take it that serious. I don't care if people call me he. I don't care if people call me she. I think I'm to the point where I'm old school gay now. I'm just like the new school really be on that, make sure everything is correct. Old school gays, we don't give a shit.
Yeah, they just happy to be able to live their life the way they want to.
Yeah, I'm just like, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. I'm gonna tell you one time and that's whatever.
Speaking of that, I love your post. I'll ask Zach the same question and Akeem when he decides to be here. Your post was like back in the day when you wanted to come out, you had the tippy toe. You couldn't just be like, pal!
Yeah, you had the tippy toe. You had to creep out first.
How old were you when you think you came out?
Oh, I was young. I was like 13.
Okay. And who'd you tell first? Who'd you come out to?
The whole basketball team.
Oh, were you in the locker room like, hey, guess what? I'll fuck half of you.
I had done messed around. I had seen this chick and I had started to like her. Mm-hmm. And then I was in good company because, it's a basketball team. Of course, some of the girls gonna be, dyking or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I had one friend who was dyking hard. Her name was Christina. And I still love her to this day, but we don't talk, blah, blah, blah. And I felt good talking to her, you know. And then one day I saw this chick who I had been working with. She was sitting on a counter in the bathroom sink, and I just went for it. I just kissed her.
You didn't ask nothing? You just
sweating, and I don't know. It was something about her sweat. She had pretty eyes. And I just...
A sweaty kiss?
It was a sweat. It was a funky, filthy, sweaty kiss.
Well, okay, what kind of kiss? Was it a peck or was it tongue involved?
I don't think it was tongue. I think it was kind of like a really nice, intimate...
Long peck, yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm going to do it. And hopefully you don't slap the shit out of me type of kiss.
Yeah.
And she didn't.
And did you guys kiss anymore after that? Or that was a one-timer?
Well, we kissed a lot for a couple months.
Okay. Oh,
until we got busted. We got busted. Yeah. See, what happened was, right? I'm going to get through this real quick. What happened was, we was getting a little freaky in her bedroom one time.
And how old are you, 13?
At that time, I probably was 14.
Okay.
Oops. Y'all started young, okay?
Okay.
So, and she didn't tell me her door was broke. She had a broken door. And her brother could see us. We thought everybody was asleep in the house, and he saw. And then I left. So the next day, she was supposed to come pick me up to go to a Mardi Gras parade. But her mama got out the car. And I was like, hey, how you doing? I was like, we leaving? She was like, no, because I know you've been fucking my daughter. Where your mama at? And it was over from there. When she said that, I got down like it was a drive-by. I was covering my head. I was like,
shh, bitch, what's wrong with you?
So.
And after that, when you came out, did you have to make announcements to everyone, or would you just live your life? Like, how was it after you got busted?
Oh no, you go back in the closet after you get busted.
You went back in.
You got to go back inside. Because now you in trouble.
Now you in trouble.
Yeah.
So then, how do you get the nerve to live your life if you're not like, okay, I got busted, can't do this again? Like, when do you learn that it's not busted, it's my life now? Like, when did that happen?
Well, when I got busted, of course I had to just lay low for a second until our parents had to talk it out, and I didn't want to mess with them.
Yeah.
Because I was in trouble, and I was sexually active at a young age.
Oh, you had a lot of reason to put you in that chair in the corner. Like, bitch, we got to talk to you. You're doing too much.
My daddy was happy.
Because you knew who you were early. Yeah.
My daddy was just happy I wasn't getting, thick, so.
You know what? I have a lot of friends who have daughters, and they're like, a lot of them are like hoping that they turn out to be lesbians. They're like, I hope she don't mess with, I don't want her to have the life that I had. Stay away from them. Yeah. People are hoping now that they prefer pussy. And I'm like, you know what? I get it, because this is hard.
Speaking of terrible, man, one has just rolled into the chat.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Akeem Woods, turn down your limo driver. What the fuck's all that noise in the background?
He got the windows down, the wind blowing.
Okay.
First of all, y'all gave me the wrong link. Y'all gave me a Google link.
There was a Zoom link in there too.
Blame women, Akeem. Blame women.
I'm blaming whoever the producer was.
On this side was a Zoom link.
Oh, okay. You're right.
I guess I clicked the wrong link. I was in the Google meeting, and no one was there. And then I got an email, and then now I'm here.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, our guest that came when he's ready. He's my friend and also a fellow comic and coworker at the Comedy Cellar, Mr. Akeem Woods. Give it up for Akeem! Yay!
Hello.
Akeem, before you got here, Punkie let us know that she is no longer a she is they.
Okay, cool.
I was also joking,
and she was, but she was also not serious. Punkie, you can't put nobody straight through that. You know it stresses us out.
I'll be stressed myself because I don't want I used to walk through the world just talking shit to everybody, but now it's cancelable.
Yeah.
So I'm on eggshells myself.
Yeah, it happens a lot. I have one girlfriend that some of us may or may not know, but she's bi, but she's aggressively bi. And we're like, girl, you can get in trouble. I know you think it's girlfriend shit, but you get the wrong girl. It's like, hey, I didn't let you. I told you no titty touching.
Right.
You can get in trouble for that shit. It was cute years ago, and now it's all a threat. Everything's a threat now.
Yeah.
So Akeem, Punkie told how she came out. When and how did you come out?
I came out when I was 25.
You had gray hair. God damn.
Yeah, I'm 31 because I grew up in Florida. You know, Florida's trash, so you can't just be gay and black in Florida.
No.
They're like, pick one. And I'm like, all right, well, black, I guess, because you could tell. Like, I didn't have a choice. So
I can't hide the black. I can hide the gay. I can't hide the black.
But I came out like boring. It wasn't even exciting. Like, I came out on Facebook. That's it.
That's not boring. That's the whole world at one time.
I know, but I feel like everyone else had like no one cared. No one was like, "Oh my god!" Everyone's like, "Yeah, that tracks."
It's not 1981. Who's gonna be like, "Oh my god"?
You came out to your, your 15 friends on Facebook. That is impressive.
Yeah. Well, it was like 5,000 because I was a comic. I did comedy for 5 years before I came out.
I told Punkie. Yeah, I told Akeem. I said, Akeem, if I met you before you did, he'd have got some. Akeem, cute.
I think you should do a show, Akeem, where you do all your straight material.
I have a notebook. It's in LA. When I go back to LA next week, I want to get it. But yeah, I had a bunch of jokes about like going on dates with women and shit, which were lies. I've never been on a date with a woman, but
we should do the straight show where we all do straight material.
Have you been with a woman intimately? Have you had sex with a woman?
No.
Wow, you a gold star?
Yeah, I was just lying. For years.
Not even. What's a gold star, Punkie? Educate us.
When you've been with one sex. I'm not a gold star. I popped this pussy already. I done popped it. But I wish I was a gold star. I'm mad that I popped it.
Oh,
this is great, Punkie. Zach, are you a gold star?
Oh yeah.
Zach, what's yours?
I've been in and around. I'm in these streets, as it were. And
you had pussy before, Zach?
I didn't start liking men until college. Yeah, I lost my virginity at 15 on a couch behind a Walmart, in a home behind a Walmart.
Wait, with who? A guy or a girl?
A girl, a lovely little lady. And then, I didn't start being attracted to men until college. I felt like I had like deep layers of religious trauma keeping me from understanding my own desire. But yeah, then in college I started, getting and giving blowjobs and enjoying those. And
they are fun. They're a lot of fun.
Slowly coming out to the family and the friends. I worked at a gay community center in Chicago after college, and being around lots of queer people, I think, started to help me understand myself and my identity. But it's a process. I feel like a lot of people don't really interrogate their own gender and sexuality that often because it's so charged. Like the decisions you make have impact in the world. But it'd be so much more fun if people just like fuck whoever they want, or people in later life are learning things about themselves. Jackie, there might be something fabulous about you in a different way. Maybe deep down.
I've made out with a girl before.
That's it?
Huh? Yeah, that's it. I've never deep sea diving. I've never done that.
Deep sea diving.
I've never had that. I've had the hand for me, but I've never had a mouth to mouth, whatever. I feel like there has to be a ridiculous amount of alcohol and weed. I would have to be so jacked up to get down there because I love dick so much. They're just so delicious.
You love dick, I think, more than gay men love dick.
Really? No, actually, not.
Michelle Wolf has a funny bit about all that.
I'm a pretty big fan.
Akeem loves. It's fine.
But I've always been. Whenever I would come across a pretty girl, I would always kind of be like, "Ooh, she's pretty," and I'd want to be around her. And that was me when I was like in my 20s. If you're a pretty girl, I wanted to be around you. But then as I got older. But I always had the thirst for dick since I was like in kindergarten, and I didn't see them then. I love boys so much, but I understand. Here's the thing. I could make love to a woman and be made love to by a woman, but I cannot date them because I think that they're a lot to deal with. That's it, and that
can be. It can be. I think. Now that I'm older, I'm a lot less to deal with because I get it. But also, I feel left out on this podcast because I'm the only one that don't like dick. So
What? You had it before?
I still
What did you like about it when you had it before?
There was nothing I liked about it. I didn't even have sex for me. I had sex because my mother kept telling me this is just a phase. And I'm like, I'm gonna show you this ain't no phase. And
Was she watching? What?
I know, right? How you prove that?
But I should be more specific. She wasn't watching, but I went hunt down this man, a beautiful man. I went hunt his ass down. I was like, you gonna be for me. And then we did it. I wanted to make sure I was mentally there. I wanted to make sure my mind was, I wanted to make sure I gave it a full chance. I didn't want to just go pop it. I wanted to make sure I was invested in him. And I was.
How personal a question can I ask you? I don't want to get too
You can
graphic.
go all the way with me. I don't care.
Okay, do you use strap-ons?
Yeah.
And you're the wearer of the strap-on?
I'm the wearer. I don't get the I get a little finger action sometimes, but it's not my thing.
So how do you, how does someone who wears the strap-on and get fingered, where do you get your pleasure from primarily? Because you're not having. It's ain't nothing that mental, girl. What the fuck? How's that?
Oh no, it's mental. Like the girl, I'm messing with my girlfriend. Like right now, like she loves dick, right?
Wait a minute.
She do, but she loved me. She didn't expect to fall in love with me, but she did.
Your wife is gone? There's no more wife?
Oh fuck that crazy bitch! Hell, she gone. She gone become.
How long she been gone?
I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. You didn't. I just started talking about another bitch. My bad.
I didn't know.
Yeah, she out of there.
Girl, you've been trying to get out of that shit for years.
Oh,
Her entire act is about, I need to get out of this.
Yes. It is. Yes.
I think when I saw you at Stand Up New York when we did that gay show together, I think you were talking about it.
Yes.
You were talking about your ex-wife or I think ex-wife. Yeah.
Is it ex-wife?
I'm so glad. Not really. I mean,
okay.
The gay paper. It's like they don't like gay people in the court. I think the court be like, nah, y'all bitches wanted to march for it. Y'all gonna wait for this fucking divorce. I think they just like all that fucking marching, and now you're walking in here wanting a divorce. All right, like
you know what I wanted to do? It'd be a fun TV show. All that when gay marriage became legal, I'm like, I want a reality show that depicts all the gay divorces because that shit might be entertaining as fuck.
That would be hilarious. Gay divorce court. That would be hilarious.
Oh my God!
Y'all don't even want to know all the shit we fighting over. It's ridiculous.
Is it more dramatic than hetero divorces?
Oh, it's super dramatic. We fighting over the dogs. We fighting over the dogs, the child support, dog support that I pay.
The dog support,
dog alimony.
We fight over stupid shit like I be saying stuff like, why every time I bring back their leashes, and why every time I come pick them up, they got dirty leashes. If I bring them to you with clean leashes, you should come back to me with clean leashes.
How does a leash get dirty? Isn't it above ground in a hand?
Because they trained. So she won't hold a leash while they walking. It'll be around their neck, but the leash drags.
How many dogs?
Never thought of that. You clean off a leash after it's been dragging on the ground?
I always clean the leash. Now, I don't let the leash drag on the ground. I hold a damn leash. So this is
metaphorical somehow.
This sound like
I can't. We're like dissecting, and this is a real discussion you have on a regular basis.
Yeah, and then sometimes I go to New Orleans, and I'm like, "Can I see the dogs for this day, this day, this day?" She be like, "I'll think about it." I'm like, so basically, like I remember one time I was having a conversation, and she was like, "I don't know about this week. You know, they can't come this time." And then I'll start naming all the rest of the dogs in the family. I'll be like, "Oh, so what about Lulu? And what about Zoe? And what about Blue? And what about Coco? You're not thinking about them, huh?" And I have to pull myself back and be like,
what the fuck is it? What am I doing?
I'm like, they want to see their cousins.
Yeah.
It's stupid, but I think it's a legitimate argument.
It is. How long you been with your girlfriend now?
Like a year and some change.
And you have kids with your wife, right? Your ex-wife, y'all have kids together?
The Lord shined a light on us when we did not have children.
Oh, really?
It would have been the worst. She would have been the worst co-parent because she's already horrible with the dogs.
Who the hell are those kids in those videos you do with the tutoring?
Oh, that's my nephews.
Oh, okay. I thought those were your kids, your family. Those videos are the funniest fucking. Okay, since you felt left out, does it bother you? Because I know that now in 2022, there's a lot of straight people who want to waste y'all time because they feel like I should be. I'm fluid. I want to see. Does it annoy you when straight women are like, I think I could be gay. I might want to try.
When
You know,
I'm
wasting your
single,
time? Yeah.
when I'm single and I can mingle, you could take full advantage of me.
Really? Is that a waste of your time?
No, because if I'm not looking for nothing serious, no.
Really? But then isn't it more work on your part if you got a woman who's straight and wants you to turn her out? That's the pressure on you.
I'm 37 years old. Ain't no pressure. I know exactly what I'm doing. I be telling them, you come play your straight games over here. I'ma fuck you up.
Oh.
Ain't none of that all. Some of them be scared. Some of them be like, oh my God, you're naked. Yes, butt fucking naked. I'm naked. So you gonna get all. We ain't playing no games. No,
When adults have sex, they get naked.
Here go the dough. No, because a lot of the straight chicks, they be expecting just a strap. I'm like, oh no, I'm a very seasoned lesbian. We are not doing just a strap. Now you can get it after I fuck your head up with all this filthy ass pussy.
What? How? What do you mean fuck your head up all this filthy ass? Whose pussy are you talking about?
Oh, I slide my pussy all over your body. I don't have time for the games. It's going everywhere.
You slide your pussy all over the body. See
all
how
over your body. I'll put it in your ass. I'll put it everywhere. I don't care. Don't come up in here if you don't want that. If you don't.
You mean like scissoring, but the whole body?
I'll scissor. I'll fuck you. I'll fuck you all kind of. I don't really scissor too much. I don't like that. I'll open your legs, wrap around my body, and dig that pussy in.
How? And where? Her abdomen?
In the coochie.
With your coochie?
Yes.
How? If you don't scissor, how do you get contact?
Look, I'm telling you, I got the moves, Jack. I got the moves. And that's why I have to warn the straight girls. I warn them. Like the chick I'm saying right now, she love dick, but now that I done put that thing on her, the lesbian shit, she's like, I don't want dick tonight. I'm like, I know. I know you don't want it tonight.
And you're an itty bitty thing with all of this energy and strategies. I can see how they'd be scared.
Oh, but then with the straight chicks, you put all that lesbian sex on them, and they be sitting up there like, oh my god, and I'll be in the draw. They be like, what you doing? I'll be like, oh, you getting dick too.
You're like, girl, I have a variety. I have a buffet of things to turn you out with. What you into? What you need today? Oh my God, this sounds exhausting. I'm not gonna lie.
How much is a strap-on? Because as an aging person with a penis, I feel like I might enjoy. It might be less pressure to have.
Aging? How old are you?
There's 33.
Oh my, aging? What is wrong with you?
It doesn't get as fast and hard as it once did. So I'm curious if putting a strap on might be something.
Hey, talk to me, Zach. Wait a minute.
At 33?
I mean, it gets where it gets. Yeah. Is that too soon?
It's your diet. What are you eating? You're too young.
I'm a keto vegetarian these days.
Oh,
is it? Y'all just nodded like, oh yeah. You think
keto
I have to eat meat to get red dick?
Keto close your window, Akeem. Close your window.
I have my lunch right here that's been staring at me. It's a lot of willpower. I'm really enjoying the conversation.
Okay, so why are you a keto and vegetarian? Like, what's the reason?
I'm trying to look hot enough to be attractive to a man. That's the situation. We have a community that's very superficial. They want their six packs. Everybody has an eating disorder. So I've been trying to compete, but it's tough.
You're in New York. I thought it was a little less pressure in New York. That's an LA problem.
Oh, they're the worst. Yeah, no, here they're bad too. They cover it up and then they run off to the pines.
LA is worse, I would say, because I lived in LA for 4 years. LA is way worse.
Yeah.
But New York is still not that great.
You need to find different gays to hang out with. You're hanging out with gays that are putting pressure on you to not be you.
Oh, it's not like hanging out. My friends don't, but like romantically, you get what you look like, I guess.
No, you're starving yourself so you can attract the man, Zach. You need therapy. That's backwards and that's horrible.
I agree, Zach. I just had Wendy's. I'm living my life.
Zach, okay, Zach, you're a very attractive man.
Go on.
And you shouldn't be adjusting your body chemistry so you can attract a man.
Maybe
Be who you are.
I love myself.
Do you?
I'm getting there. I blame my mother.
Well, clearly, we all should blame our mother. What was I going to add? Akeem?
Yes.
So you've been with a woman before, right?
Never. No, we had the.
Oh, you're the pure one. You're the pure one.
Correct.
Pure.
Yeah, the pure one.
Pure for men.
What is gay life like when you're a full-time comic? Like, you get hit on a lot? Like, I'm curious. You get a lot of DMs, a lot of text messages, harassed?
No.
Nothing?
Gay people don't go to comedy shows unless you're performing at like a gay show. Like, for the most part, people who go to comedy shows are straight or women, and then straight men who are trying to date the women. Like, they're not like, I'm in Buffalo this weekend. I'm not gonna find no gay niggas in Buffalo. I mean, I might like maybe some down low motherfucker, but I'm not gonna find like an actual like gay motherfucker in Buffalo.
Do you do the apps? Do you do Grindr? The ones that help you when you travel find somebody?
Yeah, if I'm on the road, if I'm like looking or whatever, I'll turn on that, like sleep with some stranger and then go back home.
When you started stand up, all of you, were you gay in your comedy, or did you start off normal and then not normal? That's a horrible word. Did you start off typical, and then decide to be like, okay, I'm gonna gay it up a little bit? Or did you just make your stand up who you were from the beginning?
So for 5 years, my comedy was almost 6 years. My comedy was, I didn't talk about it at all because I wasn't out. So I talked about like, I had jokes about going on dates with girls, which were terrible and not funny and not true and blah, 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 blah. So for like 5 years, I was like straight.
Really?
Yeah, it was terrible. I got to find those jokes because they were bad.
You got to find those videos. And Zach, what about you? How long you been doing stand up, Zach?
I've been doing stand up 5 years now. I did a bunch of improv and sketch before that in Chicago. But then when I moved to New York, I was like, let's do stand up. So
did you become an entertainer as an out comedian, or did you keep it on the low too?
Oh, great question. I was pretty out by the time I was performing. Yeah. I feel lucky in that way. I never had to develop like straight material.
And what about you, Punkie?
Well, I was always talking about relationships. So like, I don't know. I wouldn't say it was gay comedy. I would say it was just be what I was dealing with. Mm-hmm. And I just so happen to be gay. So I think that's what it was. I mean, now I say some pretty gay things as I am dissecting gay life. I think I'm old enough to understand what's going on now. I think I was just gay because I was gay, but now it's being broken down, I guess. Like, I think I'm understanding it more. I don't.
Yeah. What advice would you give to another entertainer, comedy or otherwise, who they're trying to figure out who they want to be for the public? Like, what would you advise them to do or not do when they're starting out in the beginning? Would you say just come out and be who you are, or ease into it?
Well, the thing is, it's really easy to come out and be who you are now.
Is it easy? Or less hard?
Let me put it to you like this. I don't know how it feels for a man to come out, because I think, for one, just being Black and from the South, I think it's very difficult for a man to come out, more difficult for a man than a female, period. Okay. And that's anywhere, but in the South, I think it's everywhere.
Yeah.
I still can't go in some neighborhoods. I can, but I still won't go in certain neighborhoods in New Orleans. In my hometown, just like, I'm like, you know what? If me and you go in this neighborhood, men gonna fuck with us. Let's just kick it to this neighborhood, because they still have some men that don't respect it. So they're gonna try to start some drama. And then and sometimes men could get very violent. Like, I think in the South, where they don't care about that canceling shit, and they don't care about what's going on in the world and the media, that's the dangerous places for us gays, I think. So I stay away from those areas.
Yeah.
So I think it's still very dangerous to be gay in the world. Very.
In the world overall.
Yes, overall. That's why I stay in the safe pockets, like in the limelight, where if you did something to a gay person, they're like, oh my God, let's get them fired from their job. I stay in those areas.
That's fascinating.
Yeah, but niggas who like a mechanic in the South, they don't give a fuck about their job.
Do you think any
part of camera and be like, you asshole, you hate gay people on them? They don't give a shit.
They don't give a shit.
No.
That's so interesting. So fame protects you in that way.
I was going to ask you, do you find that when you became a TV fixture that people were fake about, we've always, or they kept their prejudice and bias against you?
I think fame works a little bit, but I think people have their own beliefs regardless. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not going to stop anything. Like, if you don't like gay people, you don't like gay people. What the fame does is I always got a motherfucker standing next to me that's gonna make sure I don't get hit.
Okay.
Because it's like when I go on stage, I never know who is gonna accept me for who I am. And I've had instances. I was just talking to a friend of mine the other day. She was like, "Remember when you had those chairs thrown at you a couple times?"
Chairs?
Like, yeah, I done had chairs thrown at me.
Where? Like in a rural town or a metropolitan?
In Los Angeles.
Oh shit, LA. Okay.
Yeah. People, oh, we don't want to hear that gay shit. Bloom. Oh yeah.
That's sad. What advice would you give? Like, what would you tell someone who's up and coming, who didn't know how they wanted to be portrayed in the public, but they knew who they were? Like,
if you want to be honest with you, I still struggle.
Yeah.
With being myself, because first of all, I am ghetto as hell.
Yep.
Okay.
Wonderful. We love it.
But I'm like real slangy. That's how I talk. I don't pronounce all my words and shit. Like this how I really am, like this.
Uh-huh.
But when I'm out, like when I'm at 30 Rock, I'm just kind of saying, hi, buddy. Like I still feel like people won't accept me as this nigga,
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I feel like it's within your comfort zone. I feel like I'm gonna get comfortable enough to let that, to let my guard down eventually.
Yeah.
But right now, I'm not even there yet. So I just think it's your comfort level. You know what I'm saying? Do what's right. Do what's best for you. Of course, I mean, don't lose yourself in it. Don't be no sellout ass nigga. But I think it's what you comfortable with, what you feel safe with, and what helps you sleep at night.
When it comes to dating, like Akeem, you know what I'm accustomed to with you, Akeem? At the cellar, you'd be like, I met this guy, it didn't work. I gotta meet this guy, I ain't gonna go see him. This guy liked me, I don't wanna go out. Like, what is your criteria to meet somebody? You seem very picky, and you say no a lot. You don't wanna meet these niggas. Like, what's going on? You want somebody or not? Like, what do you want?
On paper, yes. But then when an act, on paper, I want somebody.
What?
but sometimes you just like being out. So it's like I see between the two.
But that's what you're gonna get though. When you put out there, I don't know what I want, you get bullshit. You know that, right?
Oh, 100%. So eventually, I got to figure it out. But like I'm talking to this dude now, but he's overseas right now. He's in Ecuador. I actually met him at the show. Shut up, Punkie.
We're like, how that gonna work?
He lives in New York. I met him at the show that me and Punkie did. We did that show in Stand Up New York. There's a gay dude in the audience, and I met him, and we hung out afterwards. We went on like a date or whatever afterwards.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was cool. So
and then
he
ran away to Ecuador.
And he left.
No, he had that booked already. But he comes back on the 7th, so we'll see what happens.
Do you want a boyfriend, or do you like just being free?
I think I do. I don't know. We'll find out.
All right. And what about you? Yes.
Can y'all tell me how it is in the gay community for men? Like, because the stereotype for lesbians is we get together 2 weeks, we will move in, we U-Haul.
Cats and everything.
In the male gay community, do y'all take y'all time? Do y'all move in? Do y'all fall in love? Because
I think the stereotype for like the equivalent stereotype for us would be that all of us, which for me it's true, but all of us are just like sex crazy and we all like having all these orgies and we have a bunch of crazy sex and blah 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 blah. I mean, I personally do, but I don't think everyone does. But that's us. That's our stereotype. Yeah, like, I've had a threesome in a U-Haul. I'm out here being wild, but
You had a threesome in a U-Haul? Lesbians are renting
A
it from
U-Haul?
men. You're
Oh.
in the back.
yeah.
You
Yeah,
mean
got
moving,
prison.
not fucking in the U-Haul.
No, I meant like an actual U-Haul. Yeah.
That is.
I talked about it. I don't know if Godfrey heard it before.
I've heard for years that men are like, look, you want to fuck? Let's do this. Is that?
Oh, I thought I told you.
I've heard for years that it for gay men, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm low key jealous. Like when y'all meet and y'all vibe, if you want to fuck right then and there, you will. Is that
100%.
really?
For me, it has been. I don't know if that's how it is.
Okay, no. You gotta walk me through. You meet someone, you lock eyes, and you vibe.
Yeah,
What is exchanged, verbally or non-verbally, to make you be like, let's cross dicks right now?
Oh, it's solely physical.
But what do you say? Like, how do you come to the agreement to go away and go have sex? Like, what?
But you don't have. But here's the thing: like you have sex with men. You have sex with men. You know how easy it is.
Chocolates and candies in my apartment. Would you like one?
Say it again, Zach.
I've got some chocolates and candies in my apartment. Would you like to come back and have one?
That's pedophilia, Zach. That's not grown up sex.
And I'm sitting up there like, you'll get me with chocolates and candy. I'm like,
Throwing cupcakes, I'll come over. You know what I'm saying? So Akeem, that's real, because Mateo will tell you that's exactly how it is. And I'm always like, that can't. You know what it is? It sounds too good to be true. That's what it is.
Well, it is, because that's all you get in terms of like a long-lasting connection. That's the harder thing.
Wait, so do you meet and go behind like in a quiet alley and go do it? Like, how do you do it right away?
I mean, you can.
Really? In the daytime?
Like any stereotype, there's like a kernel of truth to it, but there's people amongst a big spectrum.
Have the three of you? Have you ever met anybody's children when they're very young, and you can see it, you can tell? I have.
Oh.
Yeah. You ever met people's kids and been like, "Ooh, he gonna have an announcement on Thanksgiving"?
My friends are gay, but when I mentioned that to another of our mutual friends, they didn't want to participate. But there is something there.
Yeah.
Femininity or an energy, but certainly they're not understanding their desire yet. That's not going to come for years and years.
But I love when I come across parents who have a kid where I can tell and the parent can tell. That's a blessing. Can.
Oh, I got a friend who just, I don't know if she's dumb as hell or what she's looking at. She'd be like, oh, he's going to be a heartbreaker with the girls. I'm like, oh, girl, you are going to be surprised. He going to break some heart, but it's not going to be anybody with a clitoris. No, I don't tell her nothing. I go on and let her think that he is, he do too much of this and, all of that. And he be doing all of this stuff. And I'm like, and he be in your face too, like hard, like real hard. Like he don't go play with the kids. He want to know what's going on in your life. What's up? What's up, girl? How you doing? I'm like, oh, no.
How old is he?
I think 9.
That's actually no. I would never tell my friend that I'm like, your son is kind of.
Never tell my friend.
Never. That is not.
I don't think, what I'm saying? Like, first of all, I would, if my daughter was gay, I would be okay with that. But if my son is gay, I would make him wait because of the danger I think gay men are in. You know what I'm saying? Like I would not like that. I would not trust my son being gay and going outside. I don't trust it.
In today's day and age, you'd be really that scared?
Oh, absolutely. I'm scared for all gay men. I do not trust men with gay women. I think they think they can intimidate us and outman us, so we're safe. They're not gonna put our hands on us. But some men really just hate gay men. They hate them.
Could any of that be their own denial of what they make?
I think it's all within themselves. I don't think it has anything to do with the gay man next to them. I think that's some inside your heart shit and that's your problem. But they take it out on the gay man. And I can't say that about all areas, but where I'm from, that I just think it's dangerous for gay men.
What is it like being gay at work? Like, have you found, like, what's it like having this job and being a member of the community? Do you find it like it doesn't matter, it's not a big deal, I just blend in? Or is it an advantage, disadvantage? Does it help sometimes, not matters other times? Like, what is the part does it play in your career? Because being...
Yeah, I think I am in a really weird spot. It's like, for a lot of things, I'm not black enough. For a lot of things, I'm not gay enough. And then for a lot of things, I'm too black. And then for a lot of things, I'm too gay. So as soon as I find that fine line of being half black, half gay, because I'm 100% black and I'm 100% gay all the time.
Yes.
Now, when I figure out how to be 50-50, the door's gonna open for me.
What do you mean figure out how to be? You don't want to change.
That's the thing. I don't know how to. It's just like I still do not think there is an opening for a person like me in this industry. Like, I have to keep fighting for it. You know what I'm saying? I don't think people understand what to do with me. Which is why I'm trying to create my own things. But it's just like,
go ahead.
I'm telling them what to do with me, but they just won't do it. I'm just like, I want to do action movies. I think that is the perfect shit for me. I can also play straight but have masculine energy, because women in authority have that type of swagger. Like, I can do that, and that's what I want to do. But for some reason, they're like, "Oh, she's on SNL. She's gonna be great in this comedy," and then they hate my audition. I'm just like, I don't want to do this.
No,
I don't belong in that, because it's just weird. It's
and
weird.
when SNL first put you in, when you first started in like the very sexy outfits, like, how'd you feel in the?
I didn't know I could be so beautiful, Jackie. I can't lie. A lot of gay women have very, very nice feminine bodies.
Yeah, as like you.
But I have my body is really cut. My legs are really cut. I have a really athletic body.
You're in shape. That's not masculine.
In some ways, I can't. In some instances, I can't pass as a feminine woman. So that's likely why I don't get some of the roles.
Okay.
I just, and they need their gays to slightly be a little cuter, because that's what what sells. The hard gay don't sell, but the softer one does.
I'm thinking of the women that we know in the business who we have known are gay since the beginning of time, and they've been in this business forever. Like, example. What? Actually, I don't want to say it out loud because she's never come out and said it to the world, but we all know. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Who? She's her. Who?
Queen Latifah.
Yeah, her.
Queen Latifah came out at the award show.
She came out by thanking her family and her kids.
No, remember she came out by thanking a special lady. I think her name like Robin or something.
Yeah, that's coming out to you.
I think that's what that was, right?
I heard it, and everyone's like, "Oh, she finally talked about her family," but I don't think that's coming out. I think that's her saying, "I have a family." So what? She has never talked about her sexuality ever, and I've been following her career since day one.
Really? Oh.
Yeah, she's just, I'm here, and you're gonna use me the way you. And she's a wife, a gay woman. Sometimes, like, you set it off. Was she considered gay in that? I don't know, but. My point is, I don't think you should try and find half and half of anything. And you're relatively, you're not new, but I heard about you at the Comedy Store forever. Didn't meet you. And then you went from that to TV. I don't think, like Zach and his whole, I'm a keto vegetarian, I only eat on Fridays. I hate that shit. Like, I don't believe in any of that. I want you guys to be who you are all the time.
Okay, I'm back. I'm in the hotel. I can. Okay.
Here with us?
Zach leave?
No, Zach is eating his rabbit pickings or rabbit droppings.
Okay.
A little bit of celery. Anybody?
I was...
Who's gay in your family? Anybody gay in your family?
I was adopted, but no one in my adopted family, no one that I know of is gay.
You were adopted?
I don't know. I was. My parents left when I was like 5. I grew up in foster care. I got adopted. Yeah. I have a joke about it. I got left at SeaWorld.
At SeaWorld?
Yeah, that was the last time I saw my biological mom. I was like 3 or 4.
And they left you at SeaWorld?
Yeah.
That's not a joke.
It is, but I don't. No, it actually happened, but I do it on stage. I don't do it at the cellular.
Okay. They left
because it's not done yet. But yeah, they left when I was 3. I grew up, and then eventually I was adopted and blah 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 blah. But yeah. So I don't know any of my biological family, but none of my adopted family is gay that I know of.
Have you spent all of y'all spend time in LA? Zach, have you been in LA before?
Where is that?
Have you been to Los Angeles for a long period, more than like a couple of days?
I've dabbled.
Never
more than a week though.
Never more than a week. Do you know what?
I'm open to all opportunities of industry listening in though.
I missed the whole Pride Month. Today's July 1st. What was y'all Pride Month like? Anything extra prideful happened during the month of July? June.
Honestly, no. My Pride was I didn't even do anything on Pride. I had shows like leading up to it.
McDonald's?
First of all, it's Wendy's.
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't eat Chick-fil-A.
Did I break the seal of eating on Jackie's podcast?
I don't care.
We're sorry.
So Pride Month for you. You have the one who doesn't eat. He's jealous, Akeem. He's hating. That's why he talking about your meal.
Delicious carbs on your mouth on the camera.
Listen, y'all, I love myself.
Ooh, that daggone Wendy's looks so good. Ooh, I love Wendy's.
They have a strawberry frosty now.
You guys want to get married and have children?
Yes.
Are you
no.
No, Akeem? You guys are young.
I don't like kids. Here's the thing. I don't know if I would get married. Like if I met the right guy, I'd get married probably. But having kids it seems stressful, and then it seems even more stressful to have kids as a gay man, because like now you have because as progressive as we're getting, it's still not viewed as normal. So your kid is gonna get picked on. Your kid's gonna, and I'm a person, like I'm Black, so I don't know. My husband might be of a different race. So now it's like It's not only you have 2 gay dads, you have 2 gay dads. One of them is of color. Like you're born with this huge target on you.
Yeah.
So I don't want to do that.
You know what I love? I'm loving that I'm coming across a lot of kids who got the 2 mommies and 2 daddies. That's happening more and more now because, the years are passing and this world is changing. And it's 2000. I'm enjoying that. And now I'm seeing a lot more children that are like, my 2 dads and my 2 moms. And that's new for me to hear that as such a regular part of everyday life. I didn't hear that before. Because I remember the days where I'd be around kids who had a gay parent and they didn't want to discuss it. They were kind of ashamed of it. And now I feel like, I'm not going to lie, I'm surprised at Punkie describing to me how she's still very fearful for gay men. I'm surprised to hear that. Because I'm in this world like, aren't we all gay and proud and happy and everyone's chilling? And to talk to people who are actually gay, living the life, they're like, no, we are very far from where we should be.
Yeah, the thing is, people who live in places like New York and LA and like Atlanta and these big metropolises, to them a gay person is just a person. But like I grew up in the South. I grew up in Florida. There was only 2 openly gay kids in my high school. They all got picked on. Like they got picked on by the teachers too. Like they were just like, it was not a good. That's why I didn't come out till I was 25.
Teachers.
Like I've seen all the homophobia. I've seen all the racism in the South. So like we just came back from Buffalo. We drove past like a bunch of Confederate flags because we went to the comedy museum that's in Jamestown and Lucille Ball Museum or whatever. We went to that. But yeah, we drove by a bunch of Confederate flags and I walked in and all the white people immediately looked at me and Godfrey because they're like, what are these niggas doing here? Like, it's not as far removed as people think it is. But when you live in these bubbles, you think, oh, racism isn't that big of a deal. Homophobia is, no one cares about gay people, blah, 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 blah. But then once you leave those bubbles, you're like, oh no, yeah, this is not good.
Yeah, when I do shows like in whatever Midwest or whatever, and I ask the audience like, "Who's gay?" and there'd be like 3 people in the back who yell out. It's still like that. It's still when I travel around the country, it'd be like 2 at a show who want to tell you before in the back, and then there'd be way more than that. But even when they point out that we're here, the audience gets kind of quiet. Like they're like, "Hey, girl," but everyone around them is kind of like, and it's still like that. And I don't see us changing because they don't feel like they have a reason to change. I mean, first of all, they won't even let women. We can't get an abortion, so they're not gonna go from that.
Yeah, we're consistently going backwards.
We are.
I mean, sadly, just look at Texas and look at some of the laws they're passing where they're not trying to teach about slavery. Like I've heard that there's a bill trying to be passed, and they're trying to change it to involuntary relocation is what they're trying to call slavery. It's like they were slaves.
You know what Clarence Thomas says? They want to revisit contraception, and they want to revisit between 2 consenting adults sodomy. They want to revisit that law also, making that illegal.
Yeah.
How do you enforce that? How you know? How you know when he's inside of my asshole? I'm not. It's not gonna be on TV. I'm not gonna do it live.
Yeah, he is the epitome of an Uncle Tom.
What? Yeah, involuntary relocation. They want to call that.
That's what they want to call slavery. Like, no, involuntary relocation is when you get evicted. Is when you get evicted out of your house. That's involuntary relocation. When you get chained up, killed, raped, murdered, and forced to do and no, that's not involved. What? It's slavery. And people are like, but slavery is such a hard word. Nigga, imagine being a slave.
Yeah. They want to change that. They want to make birth control illegal. I don't understand. I'm thoroughly
birth control
confused.
Illegal.
They want to revisit contraception laws. They want to revisit sodomy, even between 2 adults who consent. They want to revisit these laws that nobody been fucking with. We all been fine, but they want to revisit all this stuff now.
There's got to be men, because birth control is not just to not have a baby. Sometimes it can regulate your period.
It can do so much
for women that have fibroids. I mean, it's also a health thing. They got a lot of dykes that take birth control.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I'm thoroughly saddened and confused. And this morning I woke up, opened my phone, and I saw that hundreds of Delta pilots are now going on strike. And I'm like, Delta.
Yo, yes, because I was going I fly a lot. Last week, where were we? I was in St. Louis last week, and my flight I flew out Thursday, but the night before, I flew out Friday, but Thursday, a bunch of comics from St. Louis, like it was Mark Norman, it was a bunch of other comics, all the flights, not in St. Louis, but they were flying out of LaGuardia. I think 1/3 of flights got canceled out of LaGuardia. And my flight got delayed. I was supposed to leave at 6 a.m. I didn't leave till 1 p.m. And so flights have just been getting, and they said weather. And I'm like, nigga, it's sunny outside.
What happened, Zach? Why were you, what's
Fly
that?
American. Fuck Delta.
Americans a piece of shit too. Are you crazy?
Americans trash. I fuck with Delta.
Americans don't have TVs on the back of their damn seat.
You don't need a TV. Enjoy the time to meditate.
American is trash.
No,
American is trash. I'm a
Anything
Delta
that
nigga,
say
100%.
American on it, I honestly don't like it. Like, I love America, but sometimes the word gets on my nerves because all the shit that be going on. I don't fly.
I was just talking to Gabby about this. Whenever you get to a part of town and you see a lot of American flags, 9 times out of 10 they're racist. Like if you see a town with a lot of American flags, like, oh yo, these niggas are racist.
If you see a beautiful house, somewhere and they got a big ass flag on the porch with the staff and everything, they're the Klan. That's the Klan. You don't want to go inside that house. They do not care about freedom.
1,000%.
1,000% the Klan.
This is where I'm scary. I just think they want to take away women's rights. They want to stop everybody from fucking. And I just think they don't want people to be. It's like a pro-life thing that they got going on, but it's also a way to make everybody stop fucking, so life won't be brought into the world anyway.
And they don't. What I posted, I'm like, I truly believe that all this, especially Roe v. Wade, it's men who want to keep women in their place, because of late of the recent years, we've been demanding equal pay, equal right, equal everything. And I know, I've seen it. Men don't like that. They like us to be like, look, you over here, we over here. So now that they see that we're like, we are not taking this anymore. Okay, bet. And then now they're gonna take all these laws, and now so we can't do shit because they don't want us to have a say in the world. Women overall, it's the saddest thing. I don't know what's going on, but I need to fix it. I know I can't, but I'm really sad about it because it's every day I open my phone. I'm like, what the fuck? Soon they're gonna make slavery back.
Yeah, I agree. Well, in a sense, I mean, I'm 10% with the taking away abortion. You know what I'm saying? I'm 10%. I want women to make their own decisions, but abortions do open the door to have irresponsible sex. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, it's kind of like, nah. You made the bed, you lay in it. That's how I think of it sometimes. But ultimately, in the end, I still feel like the woman should make the decision. Period.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. There are times where I may have been like gotten knocked up and used abortion for the reason that it shouldn't be used for, which is like, oh, I made a boo boo, and it shouldn't be for making a boo boo.
Oh, it can and should be.
But it also
you can make boo boos.
No, you can make boo boos, but you shouldn't use something that is so major to correct my poor thinking.
But that's the thing. That's the thing that I don't think is fair.
But I like having the right to do it.
Men make just as many mistakes, but they're not. There's no laws made.
They're not being punished for
men.
Yeah.
There's no remorse. Like, men run around fucking bitches all the time. Straight men, obviously, and they're making all these mistakes, and they're not penalized for it. No one's shaming them. No one's running around making signs to have forcing men to be dad, because like you have to pay child support, but paying child support and being a dad aren't the same thing. They're not even close.
Yeah.
Like my dad paid child support. I never met that nigga.
Yeah.
So like he's not a dad. He's a nigga who like 10% of his check comes out of his 10% of the money he makes goes to my mom, or did before she passed or whatever, or 15% or 20% or whatever it is. But giving away 20% is not even remotely close to being a dad or being a mom. So it's like, if you're forcing bitches, and I mean bitches by women, sorry, but if you're forcing women to have babies, okay, then they should make laws forcing dads to be dads, and not just give 10% of the money to do all the boring dumb shit dads gotta do.
Do you think this will affect men and that they'll strap up? Is that word, strap up more, or they'll be like, eh?
So word on the street is vasectomies have gone up.
Yeah.
I did see that.
And I think vasectomies are reversible, if I'm not mistaken.
They are.
So, yeah.
Well, thank you guys for educating me about the gay world, even though in my mind, I'm like, I know it all. I don't know shit. I'm the kind of person that I get 4 gay friends. I'm like, girl, I know what's going on, but I miss having gays in my life. That's partially why I wanted to do this. And I spent so much time working and trying to figure out my next career move, and I've let friendships die. But when I was before that, I used to have so many gay friends, so many, and now I'm back to I got like 2, and I don't like that. I like having a community of gays because you guys have a different look at life. The heteros spend a lot of time worried about the hetero and the marriage and blah blah blah, and I like the gays like, look, tomorrow, who knows, I might meet a guy at Starbucks. I'm a little jealous.
It's nice, but I mean,
I can't be as free as you guys without getting the whole label.
Yeah, that is what. Yeah, there is slut. There's not slut. I will say this for gay men. Shaming? There's not slut shaming. I've never experienced it. No gay dude's ever been like, "What's your number?" We don't give a fuck about stuff like that. Like, I've never had a dude ask me what my number was, and if he did, I'd be like, "Listen, I don't know."
Men don't ask you for your number? I'm so sorry.
No.
I think that's a man thing. I think regardless of sexuality, I think men and your dicks and you love sex and you love coming, I think that is universal. It got nothing to do with who you choose to put your dick in. That's why I think the promiscuity label you guys get exists, because you're men. It's not because you're gay. I think if men...
Oh, I agree. I think that's 100%, because I have no idea how many men I have sex with.
I think if men could fuck whenever they wanted to, they would. Regardless of what they're
essentially,
into.
that's what gay men do.
Yeah, and straight men, try and dog you when low key they're like, God, he's fucking lucky.
Yeah.
I want to fuck my boy, but he might get mad if I ask him. All I'm sure that happens all the time. Y'all ever had a straight friend where you're like, if you would just give me an afternoon or an hour or
100%. Everyone
Really?
has. Yes, there's so many straight dudes where I'm like, if you would just give me a chance to show you.
have you ever had one give you a chance to show?
Not really. I mean,
Really?
I hooked up with some dudes who said they were straight. Or I hooked up with this dude in Wisconsin. We were like both naked in bed. He's like, I'm not gay. I just like to do this every now and then. I'm like, yeah, nigga, me too. But like, as far as like, not really.
Yeah. You know what? I used to live in Orange County, California, and I had my girlfriends out there, and they would take me to boy bars. And when I tell you the most fun I would have are at these goddamn boy bars. First of all, there was one bartender, hot as fuck, hitting on me hard, and I'm like confused. I'm like, dude, we in a boy bar. You barely got on any clothes. What are you into? And he was like, he's like, I'll fuck you. I'd fuck you. And I'm like, oh man, this is confusing.
You should have fucked them.
Gay bars have straight bartenders all the time.
Really?
They do, because there's a lot
straight.
of money in it for them. Because gay men have a lot of money. Like typically, men have more money than women, so gay men tend to be well off, and they have a lot of money, and they like hot dudes. So a lot of times, straight dudes, like they know they'll make twice, maybe 3 times as much bartending at a gay bar than they would at a straight bar, because men don't really tip that much. And women aren't tipping a lot, but at gay bars, you see a shirtless nigga with a V cut in booty shorts, you tipping all night because in your mind you can fuck this dude.
Yeah.
And sometimes you can, but for the right amount of money.
Yeah, I think the gay club
like
is
gay to pay, so you throw them $300-$400 and you stuck your dick on a balcony or something.
Yeah. What do you say, Funky?
I think the male gay club is it's the strip club for men, for the bartenders. Strip club. They're not taking their clothes off because their clothes are already off, but they're making that strip club money.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, they're making bank.
There was a girl, maybe still, in Long Beach, California, Executive Suites. I don't know if anybody's heard of it. Girl gay bar. I used to go with my gay girlfriend in LA. So much fun not having any men around. When I tell you the dancing that would not stop, I danced with everybody. But I also learned I was not attracting the girls that I wanted to dance with. I was attracting the women who were, the butch. And I was like, hey.
I was about to say, you was probably attracting them big butch.
And I was angry because I wanted the cute blonde chick in the corner. I'm like, why that bitch don't want me? And she's like, my girlfriend's like, because you are the femme bitch. I'm like, really?
Yeah.
But I want the little petite one in the corner. And they're like, well, she don't want you.
We definitely go off of, I don't know how the gay men do it, but women typically pending what domain you reside in.
Yeah.
Typically we mirror the heterosexual relationship.
And I had the arrogance also when I first started college. I met my first lesbian in college, and I actually was shocked and amazed she did not want me. That was when I was 18 and dumb. I know now everybody don't want everybody. But back then I'm like, well, I'm a girl and you like girls, so are you gonna ask me out? And she was like, I don't want you. And I was like, she's like, sisters don't want everybody they meet. And that's when I was, figured out that, we're adults and you date who you like. You don't just date everyone who might like you. So
oddly enough, a lot of men don't understand that yet.
What do you mean? Say it again.
A lot of times, like, if you're gay, especially like in the South, people just assume, like I've had people come up to me at the shows, oh, don't hit on me, don't hit on me. I'm like, nigga, I'm gay, not blind. Calm the fuck down. Like, I can see you, nigga. I'm good. It'll be the ugliest motherfucker who's like, oh, don't hit on me. I'm like, oh, baby, you have no problems.
You know what I get?
Hitting on you.
You know what I get a lot on the road? I get a lot of straight women. I think they're straight. I get hit on by women who are straight on the road all the time. And I think
drunk women hit on everybody.
I had a drunk woman at a club grab my titties, and security and the manager had to be like, you can't do that. And she was like, why? We girls. I'm like, no. You don't touch any human who didn't tell you to touch.
Yeah, I had a girl in St. Louis like 2 weeks ago grabbing all of my ass. She's like, oh, you like this, don't you? I'm like, no. What part of my act made you think I would like any of this?
Yeah.
And I'm going to call the police. Please get away from me.
Yeah, right. Buy the t-shirt and move along, bitch. Like,
okay.
Give me my $30. I don't need this.
$30? God damn. Y'all have any? I start with 20. I'd be feeling bad to go too high, but I know that I probably can.
Oh Lord.
I'll try it later.
They fight.
All right, before I'm gonna wrap up the gay one. Thank you guys so much. I was nervous because the podcast thing with me, I'm always on and off, but when I get the right guest, it's very easy, and you guys were wonderful. So before we go,
Thank you.
who are you? Remind us who you are and what you're working on and where we can find you. Zach, I'll start with your beautiful, svelte, perfectly in shape, abs for days, tall glass of water, hair, full head of hair. Tell us
Zach.
about you, Donna.
Thank you, Jackie. I'm Zach Zimmerman. You can follow me on the socials at ZZ. That's ZZ, the word double ZZ. And I have a book coming out on November 1st. You can pre-order it now.
Oh, nice.
It's called Is It Hot in Here, or Am I Suffering for All Eternity for the Sins I Committed on Earth? And you can get it on Bookshop, Amazon, your local bookstore. $17. It's very funny and sad and funny.
Oh, that's wonderful.
I'll get you a copy.
Yes, please do. Mr. Woods.
Hello. You can. My name is Akeem Woods, AKEEM Woods. You can go to my website, akeemwoods.com, for tour dates. I'm on the new season of Pause with Sam J. My episode comes out tonight, so whenever this airs, you can go on HBO and watch Pause. You can watch my late night set on James Gordon. That's a thing that I did a while ago. And just Akeem Woods for tour dates, and come out and see me tell jokes to people. I'm in New Mexico. January 16th, I'm headlining a new club called Dry Heat Comedy Club. So January 16th, I'll be in New Mexico. AkeemWoods.com.
Are you promoting something in fucking January?
Oh, not January, July, baby girl.
I'm like, woo.
We're like, we don't care about that yet.
I thought you were doing a little bit better than that.
July 16th. I'm sorry. Edit this so it seems like I got my shit together.
Look at the relief. Punkie was like, oh, thank God, because nobody give a shit about January.
July 16th, New Mexico, Dry Heat Comedy Club, one night only.
Punkie, Miss Johnson, Master Johnson, Brother Johnson, Dr. Johnson, all the Johnson.
All of it. You can call me everything. Call me Dr. Butch. I like Dr. Butch. Y'all can catch me on all socials, Punkie Johnson, Punkie Johnson, on everything. Check out season 2 of Love Life. Check out SNL. We off, but we'll be back in September-ish. And I just got booked for something else. I don't think I can say it, but I'll be in Canada next week, and hopefully I'll show my face at Just for Laughs this year in Montreal.
Nice. Before we go, do you want to, we touched on it before we started live streaming about our mutual friend.
Oh.
We're praying for our friend. Punkie and I really met and bonded on the TV show that Will Smith was producing and hosting. Oh, and the last time we saw him, he was not this angry. So...
You know, I'm going to always be down for Will Smith.
Of course.
I don't care what nobody say. Will Smith going to always be my heart. And when people was going in on him, they was all like, oh, he had said it's over for Will. I'm like, this man went his entire career and didn't make a goddamn mistake. Not a fucking one. He never got in trouble with the law. He never got in trouble with drugs or like nothing. Let this dude make a mistake. Do I promote violence? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But I could see that being me one year, just snapping. That's why I'm in therapy now. Hopefully that won't happen.
Okay.
But it happens. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I feel bad that happened to Chris Rock and on that, but just cut him a fucking break, man. I mean, he in his 50s. He was gonna snap soon. It was coming.
So nobody can be that straight-laced for their entire career, especially when he's always online taking shit. As we saw, he was kind of like, I've been taking this shit for a long time, and it just came out in the wrong way. But after it happened, my phone, of course, all these memories of me and him, and I have pictures of him for days. So I'm like, I pray that everything will be okay, and him and Chris will actually heal their friendship and their thing. Cause I'm thinking that they were friends, and they're probably both hurt that this even happened. So prayers for Mr. Smith and prayers for Mr. Rock. And for me, you can go to JackieFabulous.com, get all my socials. I've been on the Tonight Show twice. You can go to my YouTube page and look at it all in the last year, less than a year. And the things that I'm working on, ain't none of it got a call time yet, so I can't announce shit. So stay in contact with me, and I'll announce it all soon. Otherwise, I am appreciative. Thank you so much, my Zach, my Akeem, my Punkie, and I appreciate you. And keep doing your thing and keep being gay as fuck, the gay one.
Gay.